Morning, Steve Frey in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight prices are just a little bit higher, led by wheat. Wheat market is still a weather market. The next 2 weeks is very important for the U.S. Hard red winter wheat crop and whether or not it starts getting some normal rains or whether we get into a drier pattern. As far as the other markets, yesterday we had a pretty good rally in beans. I think after the fact, we heard that maybe China came in and bought a couple of cargoes of U.S. soybeans out of the Gulf. This is the time in which they should be switching demand to South America. There may be a couple of reasons why that could be happening. Number one, for March, Brazil might be sold out. Number two is when we look at the Chinese domestic soybean crush margins, they're improving and they're very good right now. So that might actually be stimulating more demand. And number three is we're watching the strikes in Brazil. Later this month there might be more strikes, and maybe the Chinese are worried about export pace. And while we have the beans here in the United States, they may be picking up a few cargoes. That could delay any selling in the beans because of this forecast of a record global supply in 2015. Over in the corn, I think the corn's kind of following the rest of the market. We're hearing that U.S. prices are still a premium to the world buyers, and that China may have bought a French cargo of corn yesterday. They also are buying Ukraine corn and maybe even some U.S. soft red winter wheat. And so their feed demand seems to be bigger than what the market is anticipating. And some people might blame that to some concerns that their quality of the corn they have in reserves might be declining. But again, because of the different tariffs and taxes, U.S. corn is too expensive to bring in. Just a note that domestically in China, the average corn price is about $9.50. So not only are they making more money on cheaper corn from other countries, but they're also making money on bringing U.S. sorghum in. As far as the weather is concerned, it looks like the U.S. is going to be warm, dry for a few more days, and then we're going to turn colder and drier on the extended outlook. And the dryness is the part in which we're going to have to watch pretty closely. Export sales are supposed to be fairly low in the corn, beans, and wheat, so we'll have to see what it comes out at. And also, we'll be focusing a lot down the road on the March 31st U.S. stocks and acreage report. One final note, there were some rumors floating around overnight about Putin's health. Some people were saying he may have had a heart attack. He has not seen in public in the last few days, but the Russian says that his health is fine. So we'll kind of be watching that also from an outside market perspective. Dollar is finally a little bit lower overnight, which is helping most commodity prices bounce back from their lows. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.